So you said around the Atlanta area, you're going to start doing different things.
Yes.
Um,
So
let's talk about those. Let's talk about the first one.
okay. So next month I'm gonna be doing because I want to grow the app within Atlanta starting out, and if it catches fire in Atlanta like I needed to, then of course grow it out nationally. But I'm gonna be doing on September 26th at the Glow Bar in Lithonia. We're gonna be doing a dating game event. So I don't know if you're familiar with the 90s show. I think it's called The Dating Game, where basically like let's say a girl she's hitting off somewhere and then the guys are hitting off somewhere else, and she's asking the guys questions and they answer her questions, and whoever um answers the questions to her liking, she'll pick that one guy. So that's what we're doing for the first event, and we're actually looking for guys to come on and participate because we want to do 3 rounds. So we have 3 ladies already, and we're looking for 9 men to participate in the event. And we're looking to give like some type of prize so they can go out on a date or something like that after the game.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's going to be our first event next month. We're going to try to do more events like that, maybe once a month.
Okay. And you said it's where again, so people will know where to find
At
it.
the Glow Bar in Lithonia.
So the Glow Bar in Lithonia, and then where
Mhm.
can they find information about it? Like somebody watches this and they're in the Atlanta area and they want to be one of the men. Where would they contact you, or how do they become one of them?
They can contact me or they can find more information on our Instagram page, and that's Plan for Keeps app on
Okay.
Instagram. Hmm.
So if there's men and women who want to participate, they should go there.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Let me ask you some questions that led up to the app. Like, okay, again, me and you are recruiters, and I know how we met, like on this specific company, which I will not um, say their name. But at the time, you said you were kind of going through self discovery. How
Hmm.
hard was that while still having like, because everybody goes through breakups differently, but you said
Yeah.
this was your bad one. So how did
Yeah.
you do that? Because I never knew you were going through anything, and we
See
met
that?
pretty regularly because of how. So just so people know, this company also met Latoya at that you've seen on my channel a lot, and Dominique, and we had to be on camera
Yeah.
2 to 3 times a day, 5 days a week, all the time. As you know, it was sort of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you had to go through that, still kind of compartmentalize, like, okay, I'm at work, I'm here, I got to do this, but I'm still going through something, and I have to, like, how did all that work out for you?
So it's crazy because I think that's what I did for a long time, was compartmentalize. So I just became really good at it and pushing down feelings and not expressing myself. I think just honestly work was work, but then after work, of course, getting all in my feels and being emotional. But work for me, work, and I think I'm still like that. Work is work. I will put on, and yeah, I don't know. I think that's still something I kind of go through, where I push down emotion. I don't feel anything until like this, something minor may happen and everything just whoosh. So that's something I'm still working on. So I think I honestly, even with that breakup, it was really bad and it did force me to look at myself, but I still compartmentalized to a certain degree. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you have the event coming up on the 26th of next
Hmm.
month, so September 26th. You're still looking for men, and then you'll need some apparently coming up because you said you want to do it once a month. So you need men and women coming up at different events.
Hmm.
What do you have planned after this first event? Like, is it just another event, or are you going to look at it and then build
That's
on that? Or
great.
what are the other things you have planned?
That's a great question. So I know I want to do other type of dating events. So that's just gonna be the first one. Trying to get that all situated, and I'm coming up with other ideas now. I know another thing that I'm going to start doing, I want to start doing street interviews. So I got like the microphone and the equipment and stuff like that. Where I'm gonna go to different busy places within the city and ask people questions about their dating life. And so that's something else that I want to do. And then right now I'm focusing on marketing, trying to get a budget together on how much I'm gonna push out for the app as well. And then I'm looking for somebody in PR in Atlanta. So if anybody is in Atlanta that's in PR, please holler at me. I'm looking for that too. So those are some of the things that I have in mind. And then last but not least, I am doing a dating coach giveaway. So I'm putting that together as well. So if somebody downloads the app or they sign up for the giveaway and then download the app and they share, they're going to enter into a contest that I'm running where we on Plan for Keeps Dime will pay for a month of dating coaching. Or if you're somebody who don't want that, we'll give the equivalent cash prize for that. And that's going to be for 3 winners. So that's something else that we are doing too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
Dominique gets up. She's on her way to work. She gets in her car. I know we work from home, but let's go back to in the day. You get up, you get in your car. What are you listening to?
Oh. Kevin Gates.
Okay.
I know that's probably how to do
it. Okay.
I'm listening to Kevin Gates.
What was your first job? Your very first job?
I was 14 years old, and I remember harassing the owner at I think it was called the Holiday House at the time? I can't remember. It was so long ago. But my first job was working at a restaurant as a hostess and a waitress at 14.
What type of student were you in school?
Horrible. I dropped out in 10th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't a good student at all.
So this is the thing. I want to touch on that a little bit. You were a bad student. You said, and you dropped out. And you had to figure out how to navigate your company. So what did you have to do? You had to do a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of stuff. So tell me a little bit about that, because a lot of things you said I've let you get out, but I was always coming back to this.
Okay.
You had a hiccup, and then you had to figure out how to come back. You talked about you losing the money. Then you said I had to research. I had to start using my interviewing skills. I had to start doing this. I had to start doing that.
Right.
How did you, because you've done a lot, because the app, the website, now you have the evolution of your company. And your company's been around for how long?
3 years.
3 years. So you've done a lot of things in 3 years with your company, right?
Yeah.
Talk about the research, the planning that's allowed you to be around for 3 years. Because most companies go out of business within 6 months to 18 months.
Yeah, I think it's really believing in your product, though, for some people for 6 to 7 months, because it takes longer than that in order for you to grow it properly and successfully. Like, right now I'm literally at the finish line to see if my product is even going to be something that the community likes and wants. So planning, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a super duper planner, but what I did as far as like research, because I wanted to make sure that the games were equivalent to what they were. So I took life coaching certification classes. I took certification classes learning more about sex. I've studied up on attachment theory and really made sure I knew about it so I could create questions and games around it. So I've made sure I studied and I researched all of that stuff, because some of that stuff is even touching like on psychology. So to a certain degree, I just wanted to make sure that my stuff was legit when it came to that. And then for me, I planned to a certain degree, but I also just did it. I just jumped in and kind of just went as I go, if that makes sense.
Okay.
That's kind of how I've always operated. And then as I'm going, I'm researching, I'm planning, I'm doing, because I feel like if I just sit there and I'm just planning, a lot of people stay stuck in the planning phase. They don't just go. So that's kind of how I did it. Yeah.
Okay. But no, but I think you're not giving yourself enough credit for planning because you talked about budgeting a lot. And people don't understand budgets are planned. Like you have to
That's
raise the
true.
money or save the money and then figure out what your next steps are as far as that. So talk about that a little because you definitely
That's
brought up
true.
budgeting at the time.
Or even work for me, working multiple jobs so I can pay for certain things. So, yeah, budgeting. So really looking to see how much things are going to cost, and then what do you need to do in order to be able to afford that? Are you the type, are you going to work multiple jobs, or are you somebody who's like, okay, I'm gonna sit tight and wait. Let me create my business, and then once I create my business, let me sign up with Duns and Bradstreet and get my credit score up for my business, like get it like net 30 accounts and things of that nature, so you can get different credit cards and maybe have 100, 200,000, and then you can launch your business that way. What route do you want to go? Like I've done stuff and planned in that way. Like looked at what my costs and my expenses will be, and then kind of figured it out from there. So
Okay. Okay. So is there anything that you want to pub because we're going to talk about the event you have coming up? Oh, real quick, we haven't talked about this. Where can I find your app?
So if you go on Google Play Store or Apple, you just type in Playing for Keeps, just like you see on the screen, and the app will pop up with this icon. I don't know if you guys can see my screen.
Show up a little bit. Yeah, sure. Okay. So it's the 4 with a heart in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'll see that icon and you click on that, and that is my app.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's where we find the app. So you should be able to find it on all of your phones. That's number one, or your tablets, all of that. So now we have it. And explain a little bit about the app for somebody who's never been on. So I download it, I get on. Now I can tell you a little bit about it. You have to have some pictures ready. You have to answer a couple of questions. And then now I'm in the app. Now what's the next steps?
So now the thing about my app is you got to match with somebody to interact. So yeah, once you do all of that, you download the app, you upload a picture, you answer some questions about yourself. There's also even a question about what Enneagram type you are, and there's a test you can take within the app if you want to know your Enneagram type. It's another personality type test. Once you get on the app and you start swiping, and you swipe through some people that you like, and somebody matches with you back, there's 4 sections within the app. You'll go to the match queue. It's like a little heart. You'll go into the match queue, and then you'll see your match there. And when you see your match there, you basically click on them, and then you can start a game. So you pick one of the 4 games that's available. You start the game. And then once the game ends, you have to wait for them to respond. And once they respond and play the game back, then you can message them. So you'll see their scores. You'll see their scores, and they'll see yours, and you'll see if you guys are compatible in that area or not, or what's different, and all of that stuff. And then you guys can message each other. So that kind of sums up what the app does. And then my podcast is also in the app too. So if you're somebody who likes to share stories, or you want hear something educational, like hear from a therapist or a coach about dating and relationships, the podcast is also there as well.
Okay. Perfect. So go over what we have coming up on September the 26th. Go over that one more time.
Okay, so the Glow Bar in Lithonia, we'll have the dating game events where you can come, food, drinks. It's free coming in. It's a free event. It's from like 7:30 to 10:30. So you don't have to worry about paying if you do decide to come. If you want some entertainment, like I said, we'll be doing the game show there. Some wild and crazy questions will be asked. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be entertaining. And that is September 26th. We're looking for men to come and participate. Yeah, and that pretty much sums up the event. So,
And your podcast, where can we find that at?
you can find it. It's pretty much everywhere. Like so you can type in "Plan for Keeps," and yeah, the podcast is on Apple, Google, and all the other platforms where you can find podcasts. You'll find mine there.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell the people before we get off? Because I've kidnapped you for long enough. So yeah, because I had to. Y'all don't know the backstory. I've known her for a couple years now, so I pick on her all the time. What else do you have coming up? You have the podcast. You have the dating game thing that you're going to come up with. You're going to have the street teams where you just walk up and ask people dating questions, which I think is going to be hilarious. And then you have the app. So you keep going because it started with the app, and now we have 4 different things that you're doing. What do you have anything else coming up?
Yeah, I wanna do a lot of things. Like I said, I'm really big on being self-aware, learning about the subconscious mind, our reality TV show. I got all types of stuff, but I need to make sure this app flourishes first before I put all that other energy out to those other things. But yeah, I definitely have a lot of things that I want to do, and I'm excited for the future. I feel like this app is really gonna grow, and it's gonna help people. So, and that's what I want to do.
Okay, perfect. So again, thank you so much. And where can they find you? The last time, where can they find you?
Plan for Keeps, playing the number 4 Keeps on all social media platforms. You can message me, check out our stuff. Website is p4kdatingapp.com if you want to check the website out. You can also email me through the website if you have any questions. Maybe you checked out the app and you want to send me some feedback. Feel free to reach out.
Okay. Okay. I definitely will be supporting your event on the 26th. I'm gonna show up to that. I'm going to reach out to some people that I know that are single right now and see if they want to show up. I will try. I can't guarantee anything, but I will try to see if I get some people to come. Okay.
Okay. Out.
Right. As always, thank you so much for pulling up, and I'll talk to you guys next time.